Guys, I got the Anytone, what is it, AT879 fully programmed. And also, I found out some interesting stuff while I was programming it to where you can make the name appear and the frequency down below, but it kind of doesn't make sense. So you just, the secondary display, you turn it off. And then you tell the top one to be the name, and what you'll end up with is the name and then the frequency down below. So let me show you. Okay, so here's the radio right here, and we have, that stands for DPS Metro West. You only get like 9 characters on this. I think it's the same limitation as the 878, with a smaller display. But this one has a dedicated volume knob. It's not that it doesn't have the same amount of knobs, it actually has one less button, but by default, the main knob is a volume, and it's actually an on and off switch, which I prefer. So, you see how we have the frequency down there, and we can put our name there and squelch. And by the way, this radio also has Vox. Now, if you push this and hold it, it will go about that fast, but it will not continue to scan, which I think it should. But the microphone itself is pretty self-explanatory. Function, scan, and you need to watch the numbers up top to see what's scanning, because a lot of them are named the same. And we're picking up something really weird there. So to me, it looks like it scans pretty quickly. Certainly.
Yeah, they're where they can see me, but they don't really have anywhere to go other than in front of me to get out.
We're gonna have to probably adjust the squelch. Okay, so let's go ahead and turn the scan off. And let's see. Squelch would be function squelch. No. Maybe not. B function. There it is, squelch. That's off. I'm going to put it at 9. Because I don't want to listen to weak signals anyways. Okay. Function, scan. So, there seems to be something funny going on, and it's just maybe we need a better antenna. Actually, this is hooked to my big antenna. It's only a 2-meter antenna, but most of this stuff is on 150 megahertz. This would definitely do okay for a $100 dual band radio. Now, it is a GMRS radio by default, and I don't know if you have to change the settings from the keypad, because in Chirp it looks like you can change it. That's the other thing. This radio is fully programmable in Chirp, which, although you still end up having to, if you want public service stuff and public safety, you're going to have to hand program it in there, no matter what. So it wouldn't matter if you were programming this with the CPS or Chirp. And I don't believe there's a CPS for it, but it is marketed as a GMRS, Australian CB, or something like that. And it also has other capabilities. It does not scan underneath the 778 or 878 or whatever. And it just survived a fall from about kitchen table height. My son knocked it off the table. And it took a little chunk out of the corner of the plastic here. I don't know if you can see it. It's not too bad. I kind of tried to rub it out of there. So I wouldn't drop it on cement because you'll be in trouble. That was just like a linoleum floor. But anyway. So the radio gets warm just sitting here doing nothing. That is one thing to keep in mind, but like it is about the size of a pack of cigarettes.
Kilo 28, you're 28.7, negative 29.
Speakers on the bottom. It doesn't sound too bad. And I've used it on ham radio.
Wait, code 4, I'm code 4.
And they said I sounded fine. This coax cable is stiffer than the board. And I'm trying to it goes I'm fighting this coax cable here. It's seriously pissing me off.
Lincoln Ocean.
Okay, so
First name's Carmen.
depending on what you want to use it for, I mean they're $99. The other radio is like $118 to $130, depending if you want to buy one with or without an antenna. And this came with the programming cable. It programs through the microphone connector. I'm assuming that the other radio, the 778 or 8, whatever the hell it is, programs with the same cable. So anyway, guys, that's all I got on this one. I was debating if I should order the other one to test it out. It's a little bit bigger than I want, and I don't like the volume thing. Like, you'll have to hit this button before you turn the volume. You'll have to hit this. But
South Valley Park, near the gazebos.
I guess I don't really adjust the volume that much.
Wearing dark clothing, no weapons seen. It is a total delay of 15 minutes. I'll get you additional ones.
I don't know if the S meter is actually accurate. If it, like...
Got it.
These are all very strong signals.
144, do I not show a sign to that call?
144, you do, ma'am. Just at the number 8. I've been told to send additional.
Copy, I've been running into CAD issues today.
10-4, ma'am.
Anyway, some of these don't have real S meters, and I don't know if this does or doesn't. I had it all programmed for just local ham repeaters earlier, and I tried it out and talked on a couple of different repeaters on it, and as I recall, it does about 25 watts, 20 watts, somewhere around there. So, but if you talk on it, it gets warm. It doesn't have a fan, but you know, I had an Elenco, a big, huge 85 watt Elenco, no fan, and it didn't even have like a big barbecue grill heat sink or anything like the 2900Rs. But these radios are kind of durable, you know, like it feels kind of quality. I really like the TYT microphone, but I mean, you know. So I guess that's about it for that, you know. I don't know what else to really say. I don't think you can go wrong. I mean, like, because some of those QYT radios, there's some pretty mixed reviews on those. And everybody seems to like these. Now, I wouldn't be shocked if you rag chewed on this thing all the time if it burned up, you know. If you're gonna do a lot of talking, I don't know that I would be buying a cheap radio anyway. So, anyway, guys, that's it for now.